Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to Debz Cooper. Oh, make sure this is working properly. Debz Cooper, Global Stressologist. I believe it's working. We'll just say welcome. If it's not working, let me know, and I don't know how you're going to let me know. But anyway, welcome, Debz Cooper, Global Stressologist. Thank you for joining me. You'll clearly see I have a different background today. I am currently in Auckland, traveling with a friend of mine who is special to me. So I'm just taking her around a few little places of the North Island. She's being a South Island girl. So you'll see the different setting this morning. So this one actually literally came about because of where we were in New Zealand, and we started talking about being able to speak up freely, being able to be your own person without facing the backflash of things that can happen. So I'm going to give you some top tips on speaking up with certainty. So I would love to know where you are in this world. If you are in New Zealand, Australia, America, Canada, wherever, that would be awesome to let me know. And if you are watching this live or if you're watching this on a replay, would be fabulous. So I'm a global stressologist. I help people deal with stress and clutter and anything that is clogging your mind would be the easiest way of saying it. So first things first on speaking with certainty is, why do we do it? Why do we speak with certainty to get our message across? So there's a few things. There's because you want to get what you want. Your intention of what you want, and you want to get your own way, you want to get what you want. There's another one of defending someone, and we can hear or see things happen around us, and we want to defend that person. Now, it's not necessarily because we look at them and go, they're weak and they're not going to be able to say something, but sometimes people, it's just not 100%. So you just want to defend that person because you can, maybe they're not there, or maybe they didn't hear the situation. There's defending someone. There's also defending the next person, or the first person actually, is yourself. So when you're defending yourself and you speak with certainty. And I say that with a pause because I'm sure you can think of a time when you are going to speak with certainty, when you're defending yourself, and times when you have potentially just been zipped up and not said anything. So when I think about this, I think it usually comes down to a feeling of injustice. And when I say a feeling of injustice, I'm talking about when something wrong that you perceive as wrong goes on around you and you feel like you want to do something about it. That's more of when we speak up with certainty, which can also be with children. Don't do that, or what are you doing? And it comes across as firm and the rest of it. So there's clearly some tips around this. And the tips are, know your message. You must know your message. What actually is your intention of what you want to say? So it's important to know what you're going to say before, yes, I say before you say it. So what are the things you want to say? So there's different types of people, and this all depends on your PEMS, P-E-M-S. And that comes from my lovely lady I do my podcast with. So it's your physical, your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual. So when I talk about that, if your physical is if you've had no sleep, if you have eaten too much, or if you haven't eaten anything, or if you've over-exercised, your energy levels will go down or high, or if you've eaten a certain food. Your emotional is something that's happened around you and you're feeling a little bit crazy or not crazy. You're emotional. Your mental, what's stored in your mind. If you've got a whole list of things that are going on and you just haven't decluttered and putting them down, and there's a hint there, get them out of your mind to put them down. And your spiritual is what's going on around you. So depending on your PEMS, you're going to react differently to whatever it is. So you must know your message. So there's a straight shooter, and I'm known as a stiletto kicker. I'm known as saying something and it comes out that quickly that sometimes I even surprise myself. So there's straight shooters, and that depends on my PEMS. Last night we came back to the hotel, and someone had parked in my parking spot, and I was like, oh no, what am I going to deal with? Because we're already dealing with a few little challenges with the hotel. So my girlfriend said to me, oh, I have to be around to watch this. Can I record it? And I was like, oh my God, I don't even know if I had the energy to actually say something. So my large vehicle parked in a spot that said small vehicles only. And I handled it very simply. I just said, and who's parked in my spot? And they said, we saw that. I said, well, I've parked in the small vehicle. That was it. Brushed it over. Nothing. Because my PEMs were very low. I was exhausted from the long day. So there's straight shooter. There's also a wobbly message. And you don't know sometimes when you have someone, if you don't know your message and they're going, and they're looking at you, they're a bit like this, but we can call it ditzy, a little bit ditzy, uh, just like that, a little bit ditzy. So when someone's a little bit ditzy, wobbly, do you really want to listen to them? Is it really something that you're engaged with? Now we all do it, but if you can drop the arms, have a little bit of uncertainty. Because if you're not certain, as I say, you're going to be speaking with certainty, so you've got to know what you're saying. If you're uncertain, you're going to get the whatever it is. The other thing is someone who's not making a decision. A not making a decision person, oh my God, just tell me what you want and we can work with it. But sometimes you're so cluttered, you can't make that decision. So it's really important to know your message, know your intention of what you want to say. You don't have to worry about getting it across yet. You just need to know what you're going to say. And that depends on your PEMs of how you're feeling at that time. Because sometimes you can be straight to the point and cut and sharp and straight with certainty, and other times you can be like, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. And you start using words like I'm broken, I'm frustrated, I don't know, I have no energy for this. And you can feel your whole energy go down and your shoulders go down. So you know that. So to speak with certainty, you must be decisive on the message. You must be decisive in what you're saying, and then you can deal with how you're going to say it. So like I say, know your message. You must be decisive. There's nothing more unattractive than having somebody who's undecisive in a message. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. We all get there though. Okay, so we all get there. The other thing is believe in your message. If you're going to say something, you must believe in it. You must believe in it. So if you're going to ask for a pay rise, you must believe in it. And you'll need facts of why you need a pay rise over Bob. Not saying that Bob can't get a pay rise, but just saying. So you must know your message and you must believe in your message. I would like this because of this. Straight to the point, no emotional. Straight to the point. So believe in your message. Because if you don't believe in your message, and I tell you what, is going to annoy the frick out of you and everyone else. You're going to come away and you're going to go, oh, why didn't I say that? Why didn't I say that? And that's exactly how you're going to feel. Okay, so believe in your message. The next thing is don't copy your message from someone else. Don't copy your message from someone else. And the reason I say this is because it's not your message. It has to be your message. So if somebody says to you, just say A, B, C, D, you have to put A, B, C, D into your words that you feel comfortable because it's coming out of your mouth to them. Now, I love that they go say A, B, C, D, and they've kept it sharp, simple, non-emotional, because that's the only way people are going to hear you is because when you're emotional, people don't hear anything. They just hear the wobbly, they hear the tone, they hear the whatever, and they shut down. So it also must be non-emotional, and you get your point across, A, B, C, D. When I say I used to speak for somebody else, when I say speak for someone else, that was an undecisive message. How am I going to get this across? When I used to speak and introduce someone else, I used to have to say it verbatim. And it was an A4 piece of paper, and before I could introduce that person, I used to have to recite that thing and say it verbatim. Now, I can't even remember the very first line of that because it would never start. I would go, yep, I've got it. I'd go on stage and I'd forget the first thing. So I would just do what sits right with me. So when you're copying someone's message, unless you're an actor or an actress, it's really hard to learn those things verbatim. And you want to get your personality into it. What I was reading wasn't me. So I really struggled each time. So it's easier to go, okay, these are the 5 key points I have to get across. I'll say it my way as long as I have those 5 key points. But if you're introducing someone, you must check with the hierarchies to see if that's okay, because sometimes you can get into a little bit of trouble. Sometimes it doesn't really matter, but just be aware of that. So don't copy your message from someone else unless you say, oh, I heard this speaker, Deborah, the other day, and she said this, this, and this. And if they asked you a question, you can go, I don't know, but we could ask her. So you're diverted that question away from you, because unless you can give a 100% breakdown of that question, those messages, whatever they're asking you, you're going to be screwed. You're going to be screwed because you've copied it from someone else. So do not copy it. That's the same for copying people's content on the website and everything. Like, don't do it, because you're going to get, if someone's going to ask you a question, you're going to get stuffed up. So now that you know your message and you're not doing emotional, you're just going to get your facts across of what you want to say. You're going to put your shoulders back. You're going to put your shoulders back, and you're going to breathe in. You're going to breathe in deep, and I do that. You're going to breathe in deep, and you're going to exhale, and you're going to look them in the eye, and you're going to start your message. That's it. Then you're going to start. If they interrupt, that's okay. You can keep talking or you can stop. It's up to you. But the key is to put your shoulders back, because the moment you put your shoulders back, you have certainty. Because you know those ones that, I don't know, and the whole body language goes down until you actually just want to get one of those goddamn pillows and smack them with them. So, shoulders back, know what you're going to say, breathe in, breathe out, look them in the eye, and start talking and speak with certainty. Now, if somebody asks you a question, that shoulders back, breathe in, breathe out, 2 seconds. People can wait 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds for an answer. That's okay. Like, they just wait. Breathe in, breathe out, and start. But you must look them in the eye. You must respect them, because you're speaking with certainty. They must respect you. If they don't look you in the eye, that's okay. Don't demand to look them in the eye. Just look them in the eye and speak. Now, if they interrupt, do what you want. Do you want to keep talking, or do you want to wait for them to finish, or do you want to engage in a conversation? But be aware that you may have 3 facts you want to get across. Keep using those facts. Now, here's one for my friend who I had a conversation with this week, when she told me, so if you walk away from them, I know she's going to be watching this, if you walk away, stay away. See this little finger here? Do not go back. Do not go back and have another poke. Do not go back and have another poke. Even if you had 3 things to say and you only got 2 across, hold that 3rd one in. There is a reason why you didn't say that 3rd one. You may not know it, doesn't matter. Just hold it in. Do not go back, walk away, and stay away. Can I make it clearer? Walk away and stay away. Don't go back. Don't go back and have another poke, another pop, another saying. Let it be. Just wait. That time may come, but walk away and stay away. Okay. The other thing I want to say is swearing. And is it appropriate to swear in that circumstance? Now, I am a bit of a swearer, and I giggle because if I say I am a bit of a swearer, those who know me will go, a bit? Yes, a bit of a swearer. There's times I don't swear, and then there's times I swear. And there's different levels of swear words. Now, I try and reference what I say that in front of the Queen. Now, those who know me will go, you don't even do that. Sometimes it comes in and I go, oh, and sometimes I swear and don't even know I swear, because it's so in my vocabulary that it comes out wherever I am. It also depends on the people you're with. So I find some swearing okay in a sentence, but if you're swearing at somebody or about somebody, like that beep, 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 beep person, well, actually you wouldn't end in person if you're beep, 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 beeping, is not appropriate. Because you don't want to be swearing about that person because it just rolls your whole energy up. If you say it in a sentence, I think it's different. So this is my perception on this. This is totally up for you. And another thing I would like to say is Tony Robbins gave me this wording. Are they a worthy opponent? So if you're having this conversation with somebody, are they a worthy opponent? Are they worthy to have this speak with certainty with, or is it actually just easier to beep, beep, beep and get out of that conversation? So this is entirely up to you. But are they a worthy opponent that you're going to engage with? Because when you speak with certainty, are they going to speak with certainty back? Or is that it, end of conversation? So are they a worthy opponent that you're going to talk to them and speak? Now the last thing I'm going to say, yes, I did say the last thing. The last thing is speak from the heart. Oh, that's me pointing to my heart. Speak from the heart. Speak from the heart because they will hear that message from the heart. If you speak from a-holeness, they're going to hear the message from a-holeness. So it's really important to speak from the heart with certainty, shoulders back, and appreciate what you're saying and you're getting it across to them. They may not receive the message the way you intend it, but if you speak from that, they're going to get an impact from that. So that's me over and out. I would love to know what you valued on this video here today. Feel free to share it. Feel free to pass it on to anybody. Feel free to let me know what's happening in your world. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week from another location as I speak with certainty. Thank you, everybody.